You're watching 11 Alive Morning News. 11 minutes of nonstop news starts now.
An 11-year-old family will say goodbye this weekend, just 1 week after a stray bullet claimed her life. How she will be remembered, plus the latest on the suspect.
Legal medical marijuana could be available in Georgia within months, but there are still some issues lawmakers say need to be cleared up.
Plenty of sunshine around the area for today and warm temperatures as well, but we're also tracking a line of showers, thunderstorms coming our way. I'll let you know exactly when coming up.
Happening today, loved ones will honor an 11-year-old girl as police have new information in the case.
She was tragically hit and killed by a stray bullet while she was sleeping in her bed. Ariana Maniz has the latest.
Today, the family will celebrate the life of an 11-year-old taken from them too soon. This comes as authorities, they're now increasing their efforts to locate and find the suspect accused of killing Asia Love Jones. Take a look at your screen. This is the man authorities are searching for, 22-year-old Keontae Parks. There's now a $10,000 reward on the table to find him, the largest the sheriff's office has ever offered. He's accused of killing Asia Love Jones 1 week ago as she was sleeping in her bed with her little sister in the Northside Hills apartment in Griffin at 1 in the morning. She was struck by a bullet intended for another person. Parks is now wanted for a long list of charges, including murder and gang charges. The Spalding County Sheriff's Office tells us that gang-related crimes are on the rise in the county and urging the public to help find the suspect. Now, a viewing will take place today in Griffin at the Hassan McCullough Funeral Home from 4 to 6 p.m. This is open to the public. A funeral will take place tomorrow at the Griffin First Assembly of God. Back to you.
Thank you, Ariana. Sticking with your 11 minutes of nonstop news, here's what's happening now.
An ambulance driver involved in a deadly crash is now under arrest. The crash happened along Campbellton Road Monday. The ambulance crashed with an SUV. The SUV driver and an EMS worker in the ambulance died. An attorney for the ambulance driver says his client has turned himself in.
Next week, the Georgia Supreme Court has a hearing on the state's controversial abortion law. The law in effect right now bans abortions at around 6 weeks into pregnancy. Opponents say it's unconstitutional because the law was passed before the U.S. Supreme Court overturned Roe v. Wade.
People in Snellville going to have to start paying for curbside recycling. The fee, $144 a year, starting May 1st. City leaders say they need to keep up with growing costs and they want to change recycling habits after seeing people throw the wrong things in bins. People who don't want to pay can still go to the recycling center for free.
Tomorrow marks 2 years since an EF4 tornado swept through Noonan. That midnight tornado was the strongest tornado to hit Georgia in a decade. 1,700 homes damaged, 70 destroyed. Many families still dealing with repairs. This week, Governor Brian Kemp signed a bill that creates temporary tax relief for buildings damaged in natural disasters. Representative Lynn Smith, who represents Noonan, says it's much needed, especially as we're bracing for unpredictable spring weather.
All right, that was a look at your top headlines. A nice Friday.
Yeah, nice end of the week, Chesley.
Very nice start to it. Yeah, nice and warm out there. It's mild to start. We'll see temperatures climbing back into the 80s as we head into the afternoon. In fact, we'll hit 70 by noon, 82 for the afternoon high, back down to 79 degrees by 7 o'clock tonight. So celebrating your anniversary tonight. Yeah, I think it'll be fine, even though we'll have just a few clouds overhead. Clouds will increase late tonight going into tomorrow, and that's when we're expecting that rain to come back to us. There it is, back off to the west of us and to the north as well. We are tracking front is making its way down to the south and east. Along it, we're seeing those thunderstorms, some of which have already been on the severe side over toward the Dallas area, just west of Dallas. Had a couple severe thunderstorms there. Expecting it to really intensify as we head over into Memphis and into Jackson today. That's where we have this red shade area. That is a level 4 out of a possible 5 threat for severe weather, or a moderate threat for severe weather. You notice that that green extends into our state, the far northwestern counties. That's for later tonight, going into tomorrow. We'll be watching that front as it gets a little bit closer, and it will bring in a line of showers and thunderstorms, but that'll be during the morning on Saturday. The severe weather threat begins to shift a little bit further down to the south of us during the day on Saturday. Still that level 1 threat, so the system will weaken a bit as it begins to move in. Our main threat for this will be damaging winds. Now, that doesn't mean that we can rule out tornadoes, but I think a brief spin up at best if we see it at all. Timing for us is key. Coming in the early morning hours, not expecting much in the way of strong severe thunderstorms, but they will be out there, folks. Here it is, our forecast track model. We'll be following along with the time right there at the top of the screen. Shows through this afternoon, partly sunny skies will be the call. Overnight is when they will see the clouds begin to push in, and then in the wee hours of the morning, this is by 4 o'clock in the morning, starting to see this line of showers and thunderstorms move into our far northwestern counties, making its way down toward the metro area between 6 and 8 o'clock. So we'll move through. Again, some of these thunderstorms will pack quite a punch as far as the winds go, so we'll watch that. Should be over toward the east of us and breaking up by the time we get to 10, 11 o'clock. A few isolated showers certainly possible as we head through the afternoon, but you see the trend. Those clouds will even be breaking down, so we'll get some sunshine in here. Again, a stray shower or thunderstorm is certainly possible through the rest of the afternoon. Front sinks to the south, but stalls there. Could bring some more showers back our way as we head into Sunday. I'm thinking late Sunday going into Monday, a chance for more rain, and notice temperatures cool down as we head further into next week.
This morning, lawmakers in Georgia say they expect medical marijuana sales to start in less than 90 days. Next week, they'll adjourn for the session, but before they go home, some are hoping to clear up the legal issues that limit patient access.
Because it impacts a lot of people here in the state. About 30,000 people are on the medical cannabis registry in Georgia as of this morning, but they still can't legally buy it here. Only 2 companies are licensed to produce medical marijuana in Georgia. Republican Representative Alan Powell wants those who can legally grow cannabis to also be able to sell it. He also wants to increase the number of state-issued grow licenses. Although a Senate committee struck that measure out of his bill on Thursday, Powell says the bill will likely keep changing up until next week.
Quite frankly, any process that takes 7 years to accomplish, when you have children and people who are medically necessity to this cannabis oil, I don't see the purpose in waiting.
7 years and counting. While the bill has gotten some traction, it's unclear whether it will pass before this session ends next Wednesday.
The conversation continues this morning on how to address safety and crime in South Fulton. Eliza Lucas breaks down the priorities and what we could see next.
Good morning. Solutions to deter youth crime, hiring quality police officers, and fixing the jail will all be part of the city's focus to improve safety.
One of the things that we're seeing is an uptick in our juvenile-related crimes.
City of South Fulton Police Chief Keith Meadows says officers are seeing the same people getting into trouble over and over, and city leaders hope that maybe a Citizens Police Academy and Police Athletic Association could better engage some of these teens. Meanwhile, Fulton County Sheriff Patrick Labatt also pushing for efforts to replace the jail with a new updated facility that offers more resources. Now, next Tuesday, we expect to hear more about hiring efforts and a new resolution that would ban police from considering any applicants who have a history of excessive use of force. We're told the goal there is to find the best quality officers to serve South Fulton.
All right, Liza, thank you. Chesley, we can't take that Friday feeling into the complete weekend, but we do hope that we'll get a little bit of a break.
Yeah, a little bit. Today is going to be nice. I think one of the warmer days of the week. Looking at temperatures right near 70 degrees by the time we hit noon. You're looking at partly sunny skies. A few more clouds working into the area, but not going to take away too much from our sun. By 4 o'clock, going to reach our daytime high of 82. Southwest winds a bit breezy out there, up to about 13, 14 miles per hour today. Driving home, keep the shades handy. You're going to need those because we'll be looking at the partly sunny skies. Temperatures close to 80 degrees, going down to the 70s by 7 o'clock tonight. We'll be right around 79, 78 degrees by then. So if you have evening plans, you'll be fine. Tomorrow is when the rain comes our way. Could be some strong severe thunderstorms. Need to be weather aware, especially for Saturday morning.
I've earned a nap, right?
Yeah, that
I think I'll go for that.
That's true. That's true. Did you get everything painted up for your wife yesterday?
Oh,
You're
yeah,
painting a room for her?
done with that.
Honey-do list.
Done with that.
Check, check, and check.
Is there a new list for the
No, the
weekend?
list is still there.
Oh, the list is still
No,
there.
it's still there.
That was one thing?
That was just something I need to get done
One
right
thing
away.
off.
Yeah.
We know what Chesley's doing this weekend.
Oh, my God.
Have a good one, everybody. Today's show's next.